Hello students, from the book Beehive of class 9th English literature, we are starting the poem 3, which is The Rain on the Roof. It is written by Court Skinning. Rain on the Roof is a poem which talks about a lot on the impact of the rain that brings on the mind of the pupil. When you experience rain at indoors, then a lot of thought comes sometimes into your mind, and these thoughts are very different because we always remember our past through this rain, right? Many sweet memories comes to us, some sad memories also comes to us. But each and every time when we stay indoors, the sound of the rain sometimes brings back memories to us. The poet here reminds of his parents and other incidents while listening to the sound of the rain, and this is what we are going to learn in this poem. So let's see how Court Skinning arranged this poem. So let us know about the poet first. This is Mr. Court Skinning. So Court Skinning was born in 1826. Yes. So Court Skinning was born in 1826 near Penn Yan, New York, and he was partly educated at Antonic College in Yellow Springs in Ohio, and was accompanied by Thomas Corwin while he studied law. He was admitted to the bar in Kankakee in 1856, and he became a journalist and worked on papers in Cincinnati, in Ohio, in Xenia, and Springfield, Illinois. From June 1861 until November 1865, he was a paymaster in the United States Army and was mustered out with the commission to brevet Colonel of Volunteers, and he was a delegate of the convention that nominated Ulysses S. Grant for the presidency in 1868 and its Ohio secretary. He was a senator from the 5th District of Ohio legislature in 1882 to 1883 and delivered a speech against the official railroad pass. He wrote poetry, and his verses were collected in Keukia and other poems in Cincinnati in 1855, and Lyrics of the Ideal and the Real in 1888. Of his verses, The Rain on the Roof, which was set to music, was the most popular, and he died in Ohio in 1904. So at a time when he wrote, The Rain on the Roof was made to this music, and this was the most popular, right? So let's get back to the introduction of the poem. So from the title of the poem, The Rain on the Roof, we can make out that the poem is about the rain. Definitely it is. And the poet is telling us about the memories he has of the rain. So when we experience rain, we have a lot of memories comes into our mind, and that memories defines us, right? It's very hard to forget about the past, actually, though we are always told that let's forget the past, but it's actually very hard. And whenever rain comes, the poet reminds of some incidents in his childhood. So the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of the past. The sound of the raindrops brings the sweet memories of his past. Yes. So let's start the poem. Rain on the Roof. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weep in the rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So what the poet is saying here, that when the humid shadows hover, means the humid shadow refers to the dark clouds here, the dark clouds which are full of water, they hover, means they flow around. The poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds which are moisture laden and full of water and are about to bring rain, and when such clouds hover all around the sky over the starry spheres means to the sky at the night which is full of stars. So over all the starry spheres means the night sky. So in the night sky at night, when the clouds means cover all the spheres, the entire sky, and then the melancholy darkness comes. So the darkness is melancholy here, darkness is sad. So at that time, huge clouds which are full of moisture move around the sky, and the sad darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops which seem like tears falling off the sky. So the darkness of the night at that time grows up, and it is a very sad darkness, and it seems to the poet that the entire starry sky is crying in its rainy tears. When we cry, drops of tears fall from our cheeks. So the drops of rains are also falling from the clouds. So the sky is crying. So the poet is comparing the raindrops to the tears, and he says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and the raindrops are the tears shed by it. He adds that it is like a blessing to lie on the bed of his room in the cottage chambermaid's bedroom and listen to the sound made by the raindrop falling on the roof. So it seems to the poet that as if the rainy tears, the rain is bringing the tears of the sky. Okay, so rain is falling as if like the tears of the sky from the night sky, and it is such a pleasure for him to press the pillow, means he is sleeping at night on a cottage chamber, means bedroom inside the cottage, and cottage chamber bed means bedroom, and listen to the patter, to the drops of the rain over the soft rain overhead. So it is making a sound, and he is listening to that. It is such a pleasurable thing to listen. It is such a beautiful music to listen over. So the poet is enjoying the beauty of the sound here, and this is what the poet does. He enjoys the beauty of the sound of the rain. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So every tinkle of the raindrop that is falling on the house, on the roof of his house. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on roof. Okay, shingle means rectangular wooden tile used on the roof. So every tinkle on the rectangular tile on the roof, every drop of rain has an echo in the heart. It is creating a repetition of sound in the heart of the poet. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. So the poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling off from the rooftop of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. So each and every tinkle of drop of water on the rooftop has an echo in his heart. So the sound is echoing and is creating beautiful memories. He is listening twice the sound in the heart. Once he not only hears the sound through the ears, but he also feels the sound through the heart. And this is what makes the poet a very beautiful one. So whenever He hears rain falling on the rooftop, the sounds repeat in his heart and in his dreams, and he has many different fanciful imaginations. So, a lot of different fanciful imaginations comes into his mind. He adds that his sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates many new different dreams in his mind. So that the sound of the rain drop that is falling on the rooftop, it creates very beautiful dreams in his mind. A lot of different dreams he sees in his mind. He recollects many memories of the past which come back to his mind as dreams. So he says that he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof. He has many new dreams in his mind, and the memories of the past come back in the form of dreams. So every water drop brings back a dream to him, right? So 1,000 dreamy fancies, 1,000 dreamy thoughts that comes into the mind, okay, into the busy being start, means they start to come in the mind as the dreams, and 1,000 recollections means recollections of the memories. They weave their threads into a woof, okay, they weave their air threads. So as the woof here means the thread woven across the loom. So that as the thread that is woven across the loom is intertingled and is connected with each other, similarly the air threads into the woof means the dreamy recollections, the dreams, the memories, they also interconnect with each other in the mind of the poet. The dreams of the poet interconnect with each other in the mind of the poet, just like the threads are woven into the loom. So they weave their air threads into the woof. Air thread here refers to the memories. 1,000 recollections of the memories comes in this mind of the poet. Okay, so 1,000 dreamy fancies come into the busy being start. So they start coming as soon as the raindrops falls. So the sound of the rain on the shingles, on the tiles of the roof, makes the poet feel about the past. Okay, he recollects the memories of the past as soon as the raindrops fall, each and every raindrop, instead of enjoying that. So the poet also enjoys, and on the other hand, what it happens, that 1,000 memories comes into the mind. As I listen to the pattern, means the sound of the raindrop upon the rain on the roof. So as the memory, as he listens to the sound of the rain into the roof, a lot of memories come into the mind of the poet, and this is what makes him this is why he says in the previous line also, you see what he said. He said that melancholy darkness, the darkness, he said sad. Okay, it is not the darkness who is sad, but the mood of the poet started becoming sad. So what is the memory that makes the poet sad? Is the memory that a recollection that the poet makes is good? If it is a good, then he would perhaps not say that the darkness is sad, night is sad. Perhaps there is a sad memory. And what is the memory about? Is it a sad memory or is it a happy memory? The poet doesn't mention this in this stanza. But there are memories which makes him thread, means which makes him all the thoughts collect together. So let's see what is the memory about in the next stanza. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list of this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So now in the memory of the poet comes his mother. So here in this stanza, what we see that here the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother, as he had told in the previous stanza that rain brings memories of the past. It is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive. So all the memories that were coming in the previous stanza, the fact that the night was melancholy, The fact that our dreams are coming, means thoughts are coming interwoven, okay, each and every time as the sound of the rain comes, the poet is feeling sad day gradually. Why? Because in the memory of the poet admits that in my memory comes my mother. Poet lost his mother. And the memories as she used in years ago, it is the memory of the mother who is no longer alive. So, to regard the daring dreamers ere she had left them till dawn, means in the past she used to love him a lot and she used to consider him a daring, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. So the mother used to regard his dreams to be very true. Nowadays nobody considers anybody's dreams to be true and best, but her mother used to consider that the dreams of my child are very good. Okay, they needs to be nurtured. And now the poet realized what the mother thought. To regard the darling dreamer, so and ere she left them till the dawn. So till dawn he was allowed to sleep. So he was allowed to sleep till the daybreak and have the dream and enjoy the dream when her mother was alive. But her mother was alive no more, so he cannot dream like that. So all the memories of the mother that we saw in the previous stanza. What we saw in the previous stanza? That 1,000 recollections of memories are weaving their threads into the roof. So all these memories of the mother is now coming into the mind of the poet. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, and I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So the poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him, and he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. And the sound of the rain makes him correlate his past with the present. That is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. Whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories to the past and is reminded of his mother. So the poet now remembers the mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the roof. So the raindrop is making a typical sound, and this sound is like a song to the poet. The sound is like a song to the poet, and the poet enjoys this song. Okay, this is like a song which brings back a lot of memories to the poet, the memories of the dead mother. And this is what the rain had brought, which is played upon the shingles, which is played upon the tiles. When the raindrop is falling in the tiles, it is making a typical pattern of sound by the patter of the rain. And this patter of the rain, this playing of shingles, is bringing back a lot of memories to the poet. So the rain on the roof of the house is bringing back a lot of memories to the poet. And that is why this poem is very important. So what we see that the memories of the rain is now coming into the mind, and that's created deep impact on the heart of the poet. That creates a very, very deep impact. The memory comes, my mother, and she used to live, and she left them till the dawn, and now the poet feels that how his mother used to love her. Right? So the patter of the rain, so the sound of the rain is the poet is reminded of his own mother. So this is what the rain of the roof brings. The rain on the roof brings the memories of his mother. The poem Rain on the Roof talk about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of this house. So this is the summary. And this poem, what does this poem talks about? The poem talks about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of the raindrops that are falling on the roof of this house. And this sound of the raindrops is making him imagine a lot of things, and he is reminded of something very sad, something that makes him sad. He says that the raindrops at night are like tears shed by the sad dark night. Who is sad? The night is not sad. The dark night is not sad. The poet is sad. Why? Because the memories are coming. He loves to lie in the bed and hear the rain falling on the roof of his room, because it gets back to the sweet memories of the past. And whenever he gets back to the sweet memories of the past, which is no more, he is feeling sad. He says that the sound of the raindrops helps him fall asleep and gives him sweet dreams. He has memories of his loving mother who would put them to sleep. So the poet is constantly reminded of the loving mother who used to make him sleep in this rain. So this is all about the summary. So now quickly let's get into the word meanings of the phrases of the poem. So first is humid. Humid means something which is full of moisture. Shadows. Shadows, here it refers to the moisture-laden clouds which cast a shadow on the earth. Hover. Hover means move around something. Melancholy. Melancholy means sad. Yes, melancholy means sad. Bliss. Bliss means happiness. Patter. Patter means the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof. Cottage chamber. Cottage chamber here means the bedroom. Tinkle. Tinkle means short, light, ringing sound. Shingles. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo means repeated sound. Woof means the thread woven across the loom. Patter. Patter means the sound of raindrops falling on the roof. Air means old poetic word for before. Dawn means daybreak. List means old poetic word for listen. And refrain means a repeated part of the song or a poem. Hear the sound of the rain. So that this is all about the word meanings that you will get. The notes and the question answers for this is already there in the Google Classroom. So have a look at this. Okay, read those and practice the answers. Basically, this is a poem which talks about bringing back the memories. The poet is reminded of the memories of the past with the sound of the rain gradually, and this is what makes the poem one of the best poems of Port Skinny that was made eventually into a song. It was made eventually into a song for a definite purpose, and this is the purpose. The purpose that it brings back the sweet memories of the past. The poet is reminded of the rain. As soon as the raindrops fall on the tiles of the roof, the poet is remembered of this past. So this is what the poem, this is how the poem is very beautiful. So this was all about the poem, Rain on the Roof. Hope you understood the poem. Read the poem from the text once, study the notes that are given in the Google Classroom, and practice writing the question and answers. So this was all about the poem, Rain on the Roof. Thank you, students.